Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your June 2019 reading. This is more of a traditional spread, and we'll be using this mythic tarot cards, so stories from the Greek myths. Now, we're going to be looking at, I'm just pulling these cards over, my goodness, the death card and the devil card. These are the energies that are leaving you. So the death is the predominant energy, and the devil is the supporting card. And so massive changes and releasing from bondage, from things that have been holding you bound. The Ten of Pentacles, this is the energy that's coming in, and the Nine of Cups. My goodness, you couldn't see more different energy. The Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups about long-term financial stability and celebration in love, long-term happiness in love. So, it's great that death energy is leaving you. I feel like, that's been a major transformation and change for you. And attached to the devil card, it could have actually been something that has been hard for you to let go of, but it also is letting go of things that you've been feeling like, things in your life that you were feeling really restricted by or bound. It could be financial debt. It could be around a relationship that was having some sort of situation that had power over you and you felt like you couldn't leave. But whatever it is, I feel like you've moved on from that with this death card, and you've, on the other side of change and transformation, you've moved out of that darkness in the devil and the death card and into the light with the Ten of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Now, the Ten of Pentacles being the major predominant energy of this month, Gemini, is all about family and financial security and long-term success and security on a career front and a family front. So, but coupled with the Nine of Cups, which is the story of Eros and Psyche and their blessings by the goddess of love, Aphrodite, there holding her cup over them. This is something that it's suddenly turning into a much better month for you, leaving this old situation behind. There's celebration in love. There's celebrations for you. I feel like there's a coming together in a relationship. There's a consolidation in a relationship. Might be in your significant other, with your significant other, but if it's not, it's with someone in particular in your life. They're all just relationships in general, because you're really being given blessings by the goddess of love. And I think that, the thing with the Ten of Pentacles, we see Daedalus, and he has generations there. It's all about family. And you can see the 10 Pentacles, it's around money and finances, and there's abundance there. So it's thinking long term about your finances and your money, and really about how this is going to affect not only you but generations to come. So it's incredibly positive energy for you guys coming in, Gemini. And I think all that darkness from the last month and hard work, that change that you've been going through and releasing that negative situation in the devil, you're really just going to see this month is just going to feel so much better. You're going to see and feel that wonderful new energy coming through. So let's have a look at the relationship energy coming through. Now, okay, gosh, this is a bit dramatic, this one. Now, this is the main energy that's coming through on the love and relationship, which is the Three of Swords, which, as you can see, is a fairly dramatic looking card, and it is around heartache. And then usually I have two different characters in this story. The Star card is sort of the other person, but I feel like actually this is you, Gemini, and this is the supporting energy here, the Five of Cups, which there's been a loss, there's been a betrayal. What's going to come up for you this month is what has, it's renewed hope with the Star card over the top of it, shining above this. Okay, so it's really important, like stars are at the top, they shine down above it, and the Star card represents new possibilities and renewed hope. And it's around a relationship breakup or something that has caused you pain on a relationship level in the past, that you've been hurt really quite badly, in terms of someone has left, someone has betrayed, or there's been lies and deceit, or you felt like just metaphorically being stabbed in the heart. There's loss and heartache here. But with the Sun card shining above this, it's like saying, opening the Pandora's box again and looking and seeing who's out there and going, I can't just be kind of in this energy of the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups. I need to rise above this. And that's what the star does. It does rise above it. So if this is some sort of relationship breakup or heartache for you this month, Gemini, then I feel like you are going to be able to rise above it and find hope again within a difficult situation. Now, if that isn't what is happening for you guys, it's actually, if you're single or been in a relationship in the past, this is what's coming up, this Three of Swords energy. And the reason it's coming up is because there's this hopeful new beginning. There might be someone on the horizon that actually, a new prospect, a new person that's coming in that actually loves you, and you're kind of going, oh, can I open myself up to this again? Like, in Pandora's box, she's opening herself up and seeing the new light. But it's bringing up underneath the surface. As you can see, there's new possibilities, new things are opening up on a relationship level. But on the surface, underneath is these memories of the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups of being hurt in the past. And it's bubbling up and rising to the surface because the energy of this Three of Swords is that it's like an abscess that was bubbling there under the surface, and it's like it's been burst open, and so all the gross stuff can come out and it can be ready to be healed. So it can actually have a chance to heal now because it's come up to the surface. So if this sort of memory is coming up to the surface, it's simply because it's ready to be healed. It's ready to be released and healed. So, but the fact that it is crowned by the Star card is incredibly positive. And I think, like, if you are in a relationship and there has been a few harsh words, and perhaps, you might have had a bit of a fight and there's been a bit of, threatening to leave, or there's been a bit of heartache if you might have hurt each other within a relationship. I feel like with this Star card over the top of a relationship, an existing relationship with this energy of the Three of Swords or the Five of Cups, and it could just be that one person has actually been really hurt in the past, but there's renewed hope over your relationships and over past hurts of relationships, which is really actually, even though that Three of Swords energy and the Five of Cups sounds scary and doesn't sound nice, it's actually really positive that energy is coming up simply because, again, it's coming up to be healed. So, and yeah, it is actually really nice energy, despite the fact that imagery of the Three of Swords is pretty gruesome. But I just want you to really stay with the Star card, that, things are opening up and there are renewed hope. And it could just be that you've had a relationship with someone, there's been a partner as well, I was just getting, that has not been revealing. They've been closed off. They haven't been opening up to you because of past hurts. And so if you are in this relationship, it's like they finally can be in the space where they can open up to you and reveal. Or it could actually be you, the person that's feeling like you're in a safe space where you are actually okay to open up and talk about some of the things that have happened to you in the past that have been quite traumatic or really hurt you. So it feels like I feel like there's this element of a safe space for the person that's been hurt, and that there is someone there that's really supportive and trusting, Gemini. So it's actually really beautiful and lovely. So let's move on to finances. And I think the fact that, the Ten of Pentacles and celebration in love, the Nine of Cups are the main energies, looking at long-term happiness and family. It's really just, it's presenting that option for you. Like I said, it's opening it up. So that's why it's come up to be healed, so that you can move forward into that energy. Now, let's look at finances. So this is the predominant energy, the Four of Swords. The advice from Tarot is the Lover's card, and the supporting energy is the Page of Cups. Now, with the career and finance, the Four of Swords is really about taking some time out to look at what direction you can be taking. We can see this is Arestus here, and he's in a barren landscape, and he's got his 4 swords, which are, how many are there? I can't count them. 3 swords. No, 4 swords, of course. It's the 4 of swords. Sorry. I don't know where my brain is right this second, but there's the 4 swords in front of him that are basically representing a crossroads and which direction to take in terms of a career. I think this is really looking at. And with the Page of Cups as the supporting card, this is the card of Narcissus. And this is a card of self-love and liking what's reflecting back to you. And so it's sort of like looking at your career and going, is this who I am? Like when I say to people, what do you do? And is that representative of who I am? And so it's about really stepping with this healing of the heart with the 3 of Swords energy. It's also healing you on a career level and bringing up sort of a choice. You're sort of looking at it going, well, is this what I love? Am I doing what I love? Because with the Lovers card as the advice from Tarot, that is exactly what it's asking. That's what the Tarot is saying. There is a decision to be made. There's a choice to be made here. Because is this really, it's sort of like Paris is holding up the golden apple, and it's like the message is this the golden opportunity that you wanted for yourself, for your life? Is this the world? Is this what you wanted, or have you been distracted and taken something that's just been right in front of you? Or are you able to see the truth of the situation that you're in terms of, it's actually just a big questioning of where you are at in your career. I'm not getting anything around money so much. It's more about your self-identity in relation to what you're doing as your job and how that represents to you as your golden opportunity. So, and how that reflects back to you, who you are. So I feel like there's a decision to be made, because I feel like with this big healing and this 10 of Pentacles and 9 of Cups energy on offer, and there's been a huge transformation and change, you're releasing from all these negative energies that have bound you in the past in that 3 of Swords, the 5 of Cups. And also we're looking at how that's, once you release that, that's really going to affect your career, and it's going to open you up to move forward into something bigger and better, Gemini. So that's kind of the energy that's happening around your career. I'm not getting so much money, but I think, it's sort of not getting money around this. It's more of a career choice, like in terms of the satisfaction of what that is. Now we're going to look at the soul cards here. Now we have the Strength card and the Page of Swords. The Strength card, this card up the top, is the higher energies that are happening on a higher level, that what we may or may not be aware of what's going on a higher level, on a soul level, because sometimes those energies don't really hit us and affect us on a reality level. But the Page of Swords is how we might be seeing that and experiencing that on a 3D physical level. So the Strength card is really asking you to be strong, to actually, it's about finding this whole journey that you've been on here with these 3 of Swords and the 5 of Cups, and then contemplating where you are in your career. It's really looking at drawing upon your inner resources, about your self-discipline, your strength and courage to make these changes in your life, and to be able to go through with them and go through this passage of time. And I feel like it's almost like you're being tested, because this was a test of Hercules. He was given a quest to kill this Nemean lion, and no one else could kill it. It had this amazing hide that couldn't be pierced with any human weapon, and Hercules decided to just go in with his own brute force and strength, and the only way to kill this lion was with his own hands, his own brute force. And it's really a day of reckoning, like being tested and going, okay, if you really want this, you need to find the strength within yourself, take it into your own hands. And so this testing it's almost like you're being tested, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's like a trial to get you so that you're stronger on the other side of it, so that you can get to where you want to go, if that makes any sense. And how that might manifest is this Page of Swords energy, which is that the part of the test and being strong within a storm. But this Page of Cups is more like a storm in a teacup kind of energy. It's like people saying things. It's this energy of childish communication, of quite immature, spiteful, bitter, gossipy communication. So people might be talking about you, or you might be involved in some sort of gossip that you do, office gossip or gossip through friends, or people are saying things about you. And you've really kind of got to be strong within that situation and just hold your ground and not let it affect you. So there's going to be, what I'm getting is, because this Page of Swords energy, this is Zephyr, the west wind, it's a lot of hot air, basically. People might be letting off steam around you, getting a bit aggro, saying things that they shouldn't. And so if you're having that sort of energy with people this month, Gemini, at work or in relationships, or it's more on a friends level. It's not happening on that deep relationship level, because we've got that lovely star energy happening, but it could be happening in an office environment, or just people that are kind of more of a surface level friendship. But it's pretty harmless, because the Page of Swords energy is like a cloud. It's just a bit of hot air that can blow away. It's not something particularly concrete that can hurt you. So I feel like you've been gently tested by the universe, and it's actually something that is quite easy for you to be able to see it for what it is and not get involved with it. So it's really saying that strength is already there. It's already so big, it's grown and it's strong within you, that it's almost like you don't need to be tested. This is kind of like just the final bit to try and consolidate it and get it all, get that inner like lion inside you where you just want to roar and go ah. So let's look at what angel card we have. Look for a sign. Interesting. And Shatterkite, the teacher energy. Beautiful. So the look for a sign, I think this is very much because you're being quite strongly guided this month, Gemini. It's very much, and there'll be that Four of Swords energy of contemplating and wondering what the next direction is in terms of your career. This is a synchronistic moment. The lightning bolt suddenly illuminates, and suddenly there's this revelatory moment where you can see really clearly what it is that you're meant to be doing, or what you're supposed to be saying, or what path you're meant to go down. And so I feel like you might have one of those moments this month, Gemini, from the angel card. It's saying that there will be signs guiding you in the direction, because you'll be looking for direction. And something will kind of flash. And so it might be those little synchronistic moments, but definitely I feel like, or it could just be randomly running into someone, or seeing a headline that suddenly just has this aha moment and something twigs inside you. But I feel like I'm just seeing the puzzle pieces all being put together, the cogs of the wheel suddenly going, aha, and now I know what I'm meant to be doing, and now I've got a very clear sense of what it is. And the teacher energy is really, really beautiful. It's about saying, and it complements the strength card so well, because it's saying that everything that you have learned is inside you. It's sort of invoking the wisdom of the inner teacher within you, and saying that you're allowing you to share this wisdom from a place of love. So, and it sort of connects you to that part of you that can teach others, that you've kind of developed this strength. I mean, you kind of in a position where now that you're able to show people the way. You're kind of a master of whatever it is that you're doing. And so you're a teacher energy, or it's connecting with your teacher guide energies. And it's like holding your own counsel and saying the greatest guide at this moment is yourself. and you found that strength inside yourself in the Strength card. And that's really what the soul is encouraging you, is that you are your own best counsel, and that you've been receiving signs and inner guidance, and you kind of rely on you draw upon your own personal life experiences to support your growth. So you've kind of got hunches around the situations in your life, and you've had maybe a sign around this, that teaching or something to do with teaching others or being in a position of a teacher or connecting with a teacher is really important for you this month, Gemini. And so it's just saying, really, if you are connecting with a teacher, that you're connecting with that inner wisdom and knowledge of yourself and stepping into your own power, releasing any fears around that. And I think that that's what this Four of Swords is. There's going to be a lot of inner contemplation around this. So I think it's so positive because I feel like you're being very strongly and gently guided towards this Ten of Pentacles and Nine of Cups energy. And there definitely will be a lot of celebration with family and loved ones, and you will be building something. Whatever it is that you're building and is growing this month is building long-term financial security and stability and happiness. So I think it's a fabulous month for you guys, Gemini. That's it for June. So we'll look and see where we end up next month. But if you'd like to hear more, please subscribe, like, or leave a comment or share. And I'll see you next time. Take care.